What's up, guys? Pypo bringing you a video today of Eye of the Storm, doing some BGs with my mates. I thought I'd do some recording. I actually needed to get a recording done to put up on my channel, but then this happened. This BG happened, and it's kind of like, it just gave me an idea to make a video on the subject of bots. Now, if you pay attention to this BG, you'll see on the Horde side, on the Alliance side, on each side, there is a fuck ton, a metric fuck ton of bots. You might not notice them right now because they're actually moving around like normal people playing, but it becomes super obvious later in the game when you see the way they move, the way they train. I even remember halfway through this game, my buddy's standing in mid, and I see 5 of them heading for mid, and I'm like, dude, there's 5 of them heading for mid. You want to get the fuck out. And they just all run straight the fuck past him. It is ridiculous. But let's just start from the beginning. So originally in vanilla, the way bots worked was people would go in and they'd slash AFK BGs because there was no AFK kick out, there was no anything like that. That only got introduced because of the people doing that to farm honor. And that wasn't even bots, I don't think. I think that was naturally just actually people logging in, going into a BG, and because like a lot of those BGs were super long, like the AVs and stuff, people would go in and they wouldn't want to, say go AFK or leave the BG because they knew they could come back in 20 minutes and the BG would still be on, especially for some of those AVs that were absolutely nuts. Like that warrior there, see how he mounts up and then charges me? That's complete bot bullshit right there. But you'll see it in a sec. So Blizzard put in like the kick system where people can kick you. If you get enough votes, you automatically get kicked. If you get a few votes, then it gives you the debuff. You have to enter combat, otherwise it will kick you. That sort of thing. And that's kind of stayed the same way all the way up until now. And I don't know if they need to introduce a new system. I mean, obviously, if your team gets together and votes for people, you can kick someone. But the problem is nowadays, half your team's bots and half their team are bots. So even like if you all say, all right, let's vote to kick these bots, it's not going to work because half of them are fucking bots. You need more numbers to do what you want to do. And so it just becomes an absolute issue. And it hasn't been that noticeable for me in BGs up until recently. Like, I used to see him every now and then mining or like doing all that kind of stuff. And I remember bots say getting underneath Winter's Grasp and all that kind of stuff and mining from underneath the actual ground. And I like flare and rogues, man. Flare and rogues like that always makes me feel good. I don't know, it makes me feel like I just crushed their days and their hopes. And I used to see him like pop up under WG, Winter's Grasp, and that used to always piss me off. Because that was the only time I ever decided to go and like mine and herb, and then all of a sudden this fucking guy is just popping out of the ground, stealing my fucking shit that I've been like looking for ages. God damn, especially if it was that what was he called? Was it Frost Lotus? That rare one? God damn, I hated that. And so what Blizz did then was like kicked him. They looked into it. They did all that kind of stuff. But it just seems that Blizz can never get on top of the situation. Like it always seems that. Well, I guess the nature of the beast is that a bot is like a certain type of software. Blizz gets that certain type of software, makes a fix for it, and then the bots, all they have to do is tweak their software to make it then bypass and become unrecognizable like by automatic, systems with Blizzard. So then what it comes down to again is player base and player base reporting. The only way actually Blizzard will ever find a bot in game effectively is if it gets reported enough. Say if you see a bot mining and you think, oh, there's a bot, I'm not going to report it. If you don't report it, it's probably not going to get found out. It's probably going to keep mining, keep fucking up the economy, keep doing shit like that, and it'll do it forever if it never gets reported. It will do it forever because Blizzard actually aren't like an in-game presence anymore. And I love explosive trapping. I love doing that. Problem with this one BG I found was that they had too many disc priests, and I kept fucking running into one by myself. And I always try and keep like towers by myself. Usually I'll stay mid and be like, trying to get flags and stuff because it's a lot more fun to stay mid. But because they're all bots in this game, they were just all like rushing towers. And I think in a sec here we get a big view of what I'm talking about with these bots. But yeah, there's no in-game like GMs or anything like that anymore. You can't just like be like, hey dude, look at this. It's all tickets, it's all processes, it's no instant shit anymore. You have to fucking wait for anything as far as customer service goes with this game. So that's why I implore you, if you're watching this and you see bots, just report them. If you report them once, yes, they might not even look into it if it's just one report. But most likely someone else has reported them for botting, maybe another person. That's 3 reports. I don't know what the exact number is, but once it gets over a certain amount of reports, it's an automatic look-in. Like Blizzard will need to look at this character. And once they look at it, it's super easy to actually figure out their bots. It's just like, oh, they're using click to move. They move in exact like cohorts. They're not moving in like any kind of actual sporadical thinking pattern. All they're doing is like a linear pathway, and because of that, they're like, oh well, that must be a fucking bot. They ban it, and then obviously if they get, an email, it might be just some kid who paid for a bot, and they might unlock the account, let the kid play again. Hopefully, he doesn't bot again. If he does again, he gets banned permanently. That's the way it works. But as far as other ways to stop it, I don't think there is a way. Like I find a lot of people complaining about it, and a lot of people on the forums going nuts saying Blizz needs to fix this, Blizz needs to do that. I don't think there is a way to fix this. I mean, honestly, just because it would take a lot of manpower to monitor just BGs for bots. I mean, something they could do is like get a big, just like have a weekend, a weekend of Blizzard employees coming into work and just monitoring BGs and just being like, all right, here's all these bots, and just boot all the almost like a random inspection kind of thing. They like just do a random inspection of the game, like something like that might stop people from botting, because I don't think it's a lot of like say Asian gold farmers and stuff like that that do botting. Obviously they are a majority, but I think mostly the people who bot are like people who have just seen it, or like their friends have a bot and their friend says, oh, it's only like whatever the fuck it costs, what, like 20-40 bucks, I don't know how much it costs, and they go and buy it, and then they think, oh fuck, I can just leave this on while I'm AFK, I can leave this on while I'm going for a shower or something. And fuck me, dude, why are you prot in a BG? I hate this. I hate going up against, like, yes, you're a prot warrior and you're shit. I don't know if this guy's a bot or just bad, like he's just backing up and blocking shit, but I still hate it because it takes me ages to kill him. But I think the majority of people who actually bot are just actual normal people who think, oh, I'll just get away with this. It's the same kind of person who'd be like, I got no gold, so I'll buy some gold. That's the kind of people that are doing it. And I kind of don't want to just get them banned because the player base is already going down as it is. I want them to get like a suspension, like just shock them into realizing that Blizz is actually there and watching, that Blizz can actually do this and Blizz will do this, and like shock them out of their system. I actually had a friend who used to bot, and I told him, like, I keep telling him, dude, you're gonna get reported. Like your account's on 24/7. Like I've never gotten on where you haven't been online like 10 minutes prior. And he did. He got caught once. He appealed it. When he appealed it, Blizz unlocked his account, and he hasn't bought it since. I'm pretty sure that'd be the same thing for pretty much any other account. Like once they get that kind of shock of like, oh, actually Blizz is actually fucking looking at the game, then yes, they'll stop doing it. And as you see there, I love using my hang glider. If you don't have engineering for BGs, you should really pick up engineering for BGs. Also because of the Sky Golem, new Sky Golem mount. And that guy's just AFK. I wish you could slash AFK people on the Horde side as well for him, but that would be kind of fucked up. Because you just have a bunch of Alliance people walking in, like AFK in the other team. And this Xiaomi wants to go me all the time. I'm actually going to fuck him up here if I remember correctly. He wants to go me, sees him on low health, he gets bloodlust in his eyes. Oh, I'm going to kill him, he pops his ascendants, and I'm just like, I'm going to stun you, man. I'm going to stun you and just crit your face. Crit your face for like 40k and you're dead. 60k, nice. I currently, when I'm doing this BG, I have 2 pieces of Grievous. I fucking hate the fact that I've killed the world boss 3 times now, is it? And I've done each, like, bonus loot roll each time, so that's 6 chances at loot. And I've got fucking nothing. Nothing. God damn it. I just want a piece of Grievous. Come on. Also, another thing let's talk about. While I wait for the bots to reveal themselves. What the fuck is with people having full Grievous? Like, Blizz, obviously, yeah, they fucked up. And I'm getting out of here. I'm rocket booting the fuck out. That's another reason to get engineering, is just to get the fuck out of terrible situations. I've actually come across one person who had full Grievous gear, like both weapons, and they still had it. It wasn't today. This is the day of the restart. Like, it's Tuesday night or whatever it is for Australians. And so I always assumed that they would roll it back with maintenance. Because it is a terrible fucking disadvantage for anyone doing PvP to come up against someone who has full Grievous gear. I mean, if a person did everything in their power, right now, the maximum gear they should have is what, like 4 pieces? Because you'd have 1 from last week, 1 from this week, and then they'd have maybe 2 off the boss. If they were super lucky, 3 off the boss, but I think it only drops 3 different pieces. So that's a maximum of 5 pieces. People are walking around with fucking everything. like every single piece, and I just don't understand how the fuck that's possible when the patch literally just came out. And I mean, obviously it was the whole bug thing with the conquest, and like look at the people in the background just running around. I just said that really fucking weird, didn't I? Running around. It's just that's how you spot a bot. If you didn't know, I mean, it's pretty obvious to anyone who actually plays WoW to spot a bot, which is actually ridiculous. Like it shouldn't be that common, but it just is. Like you'll just see people doing like a linear path, and usually you'll actually see multiple people. That's another telltale sign, is that there's multiple bots in a BG and they're just following the same path backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards. And if they don't attack, or if they do something weird and then attack, like mounting up, running a few paces and then attacking you, that's a bot's like tracking being all fucked up and like not actually working straight away. And it needs to get fixed. Fix the bots. I don't know how you're gonna do it, Blizz, but if you do it, everyone will be super happy. If you don't do it, just kind of address the issue. Like put on your big boy boots and say, if we catch your bots, like you could even do this. You could even say, like, I know I don't want people to get banned, but you just kind of have to like shock them. Like kind of say, if we find you botting, we're gonna permaban you. If you have any other accounts linked to your account, we're gonna permaban those accounts. And if you have any friends in your friends list who kind of like might also be suspicious, we're gonna suspend those accounts for being linked to botting. Do something like drastic like that, just to like scare people out of it, maybe. But then also don't like be like forgiving with it. Like if you actually do find people botting, then be forgiving. Like be an asshole, but then be forgiving behind that, so that it's like you scare them out of it, but at the same time don't lose your player base because you're not being cunts and actually banning people. If that makes sense, you know, you need to shock them out of it and then be nice. Push them away with one hand, pull them in with the other. That's what you have to do. Treat it like a woman. Anyway, so fix that, and please fix people having full Grievous gear. I don't understand how like it still happened. Like it was a full week of PvP, so people could have used that Grievous gear to get like to high ratings. That's what baffles me, is that they've actually let it happen to the point of where it's come to be an advantage for them, which has made it a disadvantage for everyone else. Which means they should either give everyone else a piece of fucking Grievous gear, or take the fuck away these people's Grievous, and possibly their rating as well. I mean, obviously it's not their fault because, well, is it their fault? I don't know. It's like exploiting a bug, like an obvious bug, but at the same time, it's like, yeah, but I've exploited bugs before, like the mount stuff. Like when they release something day one, and it's super easy to get a mount because of a bug like killing totems or pets gives you the blood coins. I've done that, and they didn't take the mount off me. But the thing is, the mount isn't like game changing. Like yes, it's a cool mount, but it's not game changing. Gear is kind of game changing as far as PvP. Like it gives them a definite advantage over other players. So it's game changing. So when you think of it like that, it kind of needs to be fixed. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I'm going to trap this guy here and try and shoot him off the edge before the game finishes. Have a good day. Have a good life. Have a good year. If you like this, let me know. Thanks for watching. Love you guys. See you later.